How we doing, everybody? As you can see from my back wall, that's completely empty. I am recording this from my new house, of which I have no furniture and no nothing whatsoever. I am waiting for my pod to arrive on the 10th, but until then I have echo because I have literally nothing in any rooms. So thank you for bearing with me during these tough times. So I wanted to do a quick video for things that came out this week, new comics that have arrived. And before I do that, I kind of want to talk about my old shop versus the new shop I went to today, Origins, versus Collector's Paradise in LA that I've been with for probably 16 years. So this new shop, I walk in the door, I barely even get greeted. And it's one guy there. They changed their time, so they're only even going until 5 o'clock. Guy that works like 4 hours a day. It's crazy. And I said, do you guys do subscriptions? And they're like, yeah, I can email it to you. I'm like, okay, great. Do you guys do discounts for subscriptions? No. Plus, they had these on the shelf bagged. So you can't even look at the interior art unless you open the bag. I find that very strange. And it's not like the bag is really protecting it because it doesn't even come with a board. So I had to buy the board separately. So not only did I have to pay more money than I normally pay for a book, but I had to buy, backing for them. And then when I left, the guy didn't even say, oh, what's your name? Where you coming from? Because he knew I was new, of course, because he just asked about a subscription. Nothing. Could give a crap less about me. So shout out to Collector's Paradise, Nick and Joe and all the rest that are over there because they really treated me well from the moment I walked into the shop till the day I left 16 years later. And it's going to be tough, living up to that standard. So thanks a lot, guys. I really appreciate you, backing my projects. And it's going to be, I didn't even walk in there and say, hey, by the way, do you guys take independent books? I don't know. I was very standoffish to the whole thing. So anyway, let's see what I got this week, because I really didn't want to buy anything from these guys, but, since I really don't have much of a choice, but they're in McDonough, which is only like 5 miles away from me. So I'm really not following Night Terrors at all. So DC completely shut off everything they were doing and decided that they were going to do this event that should be taking place in October, because it's called Night Terrors. They decided to do it now and shut off everything, including my friend, Jeremy Adams, who's writing Green Lantern. He had 2 issues in and he had to shut it off for this crap. So I got Ravager and I got Mary Marvel, only because I like the characters, but that's about the extent of it. Because the last issue wasn't even that great, and it's by Mark Waid. I like Mark Waid. I like his Batman Superman, World's Finest, but other than that, there isn't much going on. Billy is Black Adam. I don't know. It's weird. So again, I haven't read these yet. These are just things I just picked up. So not too excited about that one. And also another one by Mark Waid. I guess the only 2 DC books I picked up from Mark Waid. So this is like a throwback. This is out of continuity. That's why there's no Night Terrors on this thing. And this is Dick Grayson back when he was younger, and Donna Troy, and Wally West, and Speedy, and all the other stuff that from the original Teen Titans. And it kind of showed the mentorship versus Speedy's mentorship with Green Arrow. The last one was okay. Not great, but okay. So it's middle of the road, so that's how my excitement's middle of the road there. Then we had Jed McKay. I really hoped that this new Avengers was going to be good, and so far it's mid. So this is led by Carol Danvers, which is Captain Marvel, and it's been okay. They had the recruitment was the first issue, then the second issue was her kind of rescuing Kang, who gave her a list of people that they could save, and 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 he went to the hospital or whatever else, and she kind of just basically saved his life. And now I guess this is the guy that's been following him, is now attacking the Avengers. So not that excited about this one either. This one's like a train kind of almost going off the rails already, and not excited about that one either. I'm really hoping that we have a new arc soon where you can get that back on the rails. Now we get to the stuff that I'm actually pretty excited about reading. So half the books I'm interested in reading. So actually, this is Avengers #1. I think this is right over here, and you can see it's $3.99 because it's a reprint. So it's not the original one that's probably worth several $1,000s. But I think this is Jack Kirby and Stan Lee, if I remember correctly, and so it's an exact facsimile of the original one with the original ads and all that stuff. So yeah, as you can see, it's got Ant-Man and the Wasp on the bottom, the original Thor, Captain America is not even here, and the original Iron Man and Hulk, and obviously Loki is the bad guy. So I'm excited to read this. So let's see what happens. I've never read it. In probably 1966, 65. I'll have to look it up. But I think that's the time. But I'm more interested in reading the one from 1960 than I am the new stuff. So let's see what goes on with that. Red Goblin. So this series has actually been pretty decent. This is Norman Osborn's grandson, Normie, who has a Venom-like symbiote named Rascal. And he's been causing some trouble. The writer kind of steps in and out of decent dialogue to not so decent dialogue by using vocabulary that no kid 10 years old would use. But the last episode, or last issue, they caught the attention of all these goblin people in the sewer, and I guess they just hired Crossbones, who was beating the crap out of a 10-year-old boy. So yeah, we'll see what happens with this one, but I'm not betting on Normie for that one. This might be the final issue. 10-year-old boy dies. And then the one I'm most excited about actually isn't Marvel or DC. This is called Barnstormers, and this is about a 30s acrobatic pilot. And he's down and out. He needs money, and he ends up going to sees a group of people below him and starts to do, cartwheels with the plane, and he ends up ruining the party because it was actually a wedding. Oops. So he lands and gets, instead of getting money, he gets ripped apart by the attendees of the wedding, but that night he has the bride is waiting for him at his plane, and basically threatens, if you don't take me with you, it's going to be bad for you. She'll call out, whatever. So he ends up taking her with him, and they go to a party, and apparently things are heating up. She actually brought clothes for him from the groom. So we'll see what happens with this one, but I thought this one was pretty good so far, so I'm excited to read into it further. But that's it. No more. So I only bought 6 books this week. It's a light week, but I'm going to do another video with all the stuff I read during my trek across the country. I think I had read 2 weeks of stuff as I stopped in the hotel and all that stuff. So I'm going to do a review on that. It'll be kind of the same way with no bumpers because I don't have any of my editing stuff here. My computer is not even hooked up. I'm recording this on my laptop. All right, but that's it for me. Thank you. And if you're on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you are watching this not on YouTube, then make sure you go to YouTube and subscribe. I'm at Destiny Horizons is my YouTube. All right, thank you so much for supporting my channel, guys. I am looking to try to get monetized. So the longer you watch my videos, the more I appreciate it. All right, I know that I'm hard to take for any lengths of time. Thanks a lot, guys. All right, have a good one.